viewers, Isaac here. Today I'm going to be teaching you how to make the tastiest roasted potatoes. I'm going to be teaching you the trick that will guarantee you how to make the tastiest and crispiest potatoes you've ever had. As a side dish, these roasted potatoes are fantastic. They work well for meal preparation, and in a pinch, they completely set a yearning for French fries. But first thing first, we are going to set our oven to 220 degrees Celsius or 425 F. Alright, and so I'm going to wash my potatoes in the cold water to give it a nice wash in order to remove all debris and dirt. And I'm going to put my potatoes on a towel to dry them off after I have washed them. Remember, roasting is a heating technique, so you don't want your potatoes to be wet or they will end up steaming. So in order to get the golden edge crispy that we all love, you have to keep them dry. You could see that the potatoes varies in shape. Don't worry so much, okay? The most important thing is to get your uniform size pieces, okay? The size of your potatoes will determine how big you're going to cut your potatoes into, whether in quarters, in halves. Now that I have them all cut, I'm gonna transfer them into a very nice big bowl. And then drizzle some 2 tablespoons of avocado oil inside. The reason why we are using avocado oil is very simple. Avocado oil is a fantastic option for high heat because it has a very high smoking point. I also have a half tablespoon of garlic powder, so I'm gonna put it in. And a 1/4 tablespoon of black pepper. And I'm gonna add a half tablespoon of rosemary and also a half tablespoon of thyme leaves. You will notice that I'm gently tossing everything in without adding salt. This is the trick to the tastiest roasted potatoes in the entire world, because when the salt is added, it starts to draw all the liquid out of the potatoes, and the extra liquid will prevent the desired browning, okay? So if you want to add a little flavor to your roasted potatoes, you can just add about 6 to 8 cloves of peeled garlic into it. You can also add a little bit of fresh thyme leaves or parsley leaves into it. It all depends on you. This is 100% optional, alright? At this point, I'm going to mix them for all of them to absorb the oil and also to absorb all the other ingredients that we just dumped them in. I'm going to spread them into a nice baking pan. At this point, I'm going to space them in between to get a very nice golden edge that we all want. So this is gonna go into the oven for 20 minutes, okay? After 20 minutes, I'm just gonna take them out. See? And see, we are now getting our golden edges. So we're just gonna flip them over and then put it back in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Alright, and so we're gonna put it back in the oven for about 10 to 12 minutes. Now you're gonna know your crispy roasted potatoes is ready after checking all the edges, alright? Now you can see we have all our golden edges. We have all our golden edges. And now is the time to add your salts, okay? Just after coming up from the oven is the time to add your salt. And I always serve this with ketchup. And so you can see we have our crispy roasted potatoes, which are fluffy inside and crispy outside. Alright viewers, and so that is how we get our crispy roasted potatoes that are fluffy inside and crispy outside. I'll urge you to give it a try and you're gonna love this food, alright? Go home, practice it, and you're gonna know how to do it. Until then, our next food.